Okay, I think we are all set now. Yeah. Okay. Good evening once again. So, apparently I was here and I was listening to Kowalski having some conversation with you guys, and some of you are actually new to this whole thing. So let me just give a quick walkthrough of what we are doing today. And we are working on Bud Lights. The platform which we are working from is Hack the Boss. Maybe some of you could have heard about it. Hack the Boss is a platform that provides you vulnerable machines that you can actually use to practice, to hone your skills up in cybersecurity, specifically maybe pen testing, domain, and other areas that you want to learn in. So we'll be working on Hack the Boss platform today, and specifically targeting Bud Light. Bud Light is a machine that I found very interesting because of some with Hack the Boss machines that I've been working on so far. It's interesting and it's kind of like a bit just tricky, some new things you get to see and you find yourself wandering around. That makes it more interesting. So about the machine, when you want to get with this machine, you come here, then you join the machine to get the IP. So I didn't want to do this beforehand. I want you guys to say good, quick and easy. So you have your IP up now. So the first thing I'm going to be doing is scanning this. Let me move to Bud Light. Yeah, I have some stuff in there already. So we're going to run a quick Nmap scan on Bud Light, the IP, to see which ports are open, which services are running, and how well are we going to know our targets today. Yeah, so interesting things are popping up already. We have port 80 running, which is 80TP. We have 22 running, which is SSH. So let's give this Nmap scan some time to see what we can find in here. Okay, we are waiting. 15% done. 18. Let's keep on waiting. 23. It's moving. Our scan is moving. It keeps on moving. Yeah, we are making a progress. 27. So give me some time to see. Then we know what exactly we are dealing with. Because the more information you have about your targets, the better you are at exploiting it. So let's just wait patiently for this to be done. Yes, we are making progress. 27.91. 31. Yeah, good progress. We are making a very good progress today with this Nmap scan. 40. Yep. 44. Okay, we'll be done in no time. Okay, 54. Okay, you keep on moving. Let's see so that it speeds up. I'm just pressing the enter key so that you see what's at the bottom, nothing special. So we're just trying to see how far we are going with our progress. 79. Okay, we're almost there. We're almost there. Yeah, almost there. Yeah, looks like just have to wait a little more. 97, almost there. Just a little more. Okay, it's wrapping things up. Wrapping things up. Yeah, 98. Okay, it's wrapping things up. Here we have our scan ready. So at the end of the day, we realized that we have port 22 open, which is SSH, and 80 open, which is 80TP. We have Apache running with a version of 2.4.41. We have OpenSSH running with the version of 8.2.p1. Interesting stuff, but most of the time, we don't really target SSH first because it's not really an advisable way to get an initial foothold. Sometimes I wouldn't say it's not a possibility. It's a possibility in the rare cases. You can sometimes use SSH to get initial foothold. Like you can actually use the SSH version to get onto the machine. So let's see what the port 80 holds for us. So 10.10.11. Okay, I think let me remove something so that we see all the errors and know what we are doing. I'm going to take care of something. Sudo, I did something with this machine, so you may not see everything, but I want you to see that. Okay, let me comment this out. If only it works. I don't know if it works. Yeah, I think it works. So if we are to run the IP just to see what's on port 80, okay. Okay, it comes up as this, and it comes as welcome to Bud Light. Bud Light is a cybersecurity consulting firm specializing in providing cutting-edge security solutions to protect your business from cyber threats. Interesting organization. I think I'll be interested in even patronizing them. Yeah. So we go around their site to see what they have installed for us. Okay, nothing. They just tell us about themselves. Yeah. Just all their talks, their talks. Yeah. What do we do? We get to know a little about what they do, consulting, cybersecurity to development, site development. Yeah. Well, they are doing well. Contact. Okay, would I like to contact them? Sometimes I like to see if any other attack vectors could work. Let's try maybe SSS to see if any of these entry fields here, this email, name, phone, message, the entry field, are they vulnerable to any SSS cross-site scripting attack in this case, or kind of anything? So let's try just a simple one. Let's see, nothing else came up. So maybe you all like to try stuff out. If you have a question along the line, just let me know. Okay, so something interesting. If it works, then we get something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nothing. Okay. Test.com. Tests. Okay. Okay, he said okay, let me make it test@test.com. Nothing interesting happened. We didn't get anything. Phone side, I don't think it's going to give us anything. So let's make it test@test.com. Let's see. Yep. Let's see. Anything interesting? No, also there's nothing. Don't think if you are doing it sometimes and nothing is coming up, you ignore the other fields. You actually need to go through all of them to see. Maybe one of the fields, maybe having that vulnerability in there, and because you ignored it, you didn't see it. So let's see. Tests and tests. Okay, this is already an email. So it says @test.com. And let's try the message field. Maybe something might come up. Okay, now we give up on this side because nothing came up. And let's keep on going around the machine, the site to see. Okay, what can we see? But there's something interesting here for me. info@bot.hacktheboss. If you actually work on machines or you are new to this machine, is a person talking to me?
Sorry to interrupt, Bernice. Thank you so far. But guys, if you are not asking a question or presenting, please mute your microphone so we can hear Bernice. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. So if you've been working around machines for some time, or even if you are new, you call something the host file. The host file holds, we have DNS. DNS converts your IP to readable format and all those things for you, so you get to understand. You don't have to keep the whole IP offhead all the time. So yeah, the host file mostly contains most of that with the resolutions of the names in there. So bot.hacktheboss is something that triggered me as like, okay, fine, let me add this to my host file. It looks very interesting. That is how come you see that I had this thing done in here from the beginning. So let me comment this out. Now you see that when I visit bot.hacktheboss, it's going to give me the same thing. So let me see. Okay. HTTP. Please, you need to specify it all. Sometimes you just waste your whole time and it's not going to get in anywhere. Yes, and what does hacktheboss translated back to the IP, from the IP to the name, and here we are. We are still on the same site. Well, I don't think anything interesting is happening here. Let's see if we have any subdirectories we could visit. maybe we are ignoring something that could be help to us. Let me use Ferrobuster. Ferrobuster is a tool that we can actually use to search for directories, hidden directories from a particular website. Directories, let me say, could be endpoints. Let's say if we have developers here, the endpoints. So some endpoints, so sometimes when we design sites and all those things, some endpoints are not supposed to be visited by some particular set of people. Some are not exposed to us and all those things. But this directory fuzzing to help us to get those hidden directories exposed. So we try to visit them and see, is there any sensitive information that has been left on there or not? So let's keep this ongoing. Okay, it's moving, it's moving, it's moving, it's moving. It's just spitting out stuff that we already know from what we saw, do.php. And nothing interesting is coming out. But let's just give it some time. Let's give it the benefit of the doubt to see if something will come. Let's just chill in out just to see. Okay. It's still moving. I think it's done. Okay. Oh, sorry. I think I went to stop it. Start. Okay, we are still looking at things. Nothing interesting came up. The JS file, you could try the JS file. Maybe sometimes JS file host stuffs. Let's see, JS. What's in the JS file? Looks like it's taking forever to even come. What was the status code for the JS file? That was, okay, 301 redirect. So it should have redirected us already. Oh, my network is messing up with me. No, I don't think so. Okay. Okay, so we are still waiting on this to be done. Well, sometimes too, for us not to waste time, let me say something. When you're running this particular directory search, I also try to run virtual host search at the same time. Yes, because it's likely that whatever you are looking for is not going to pop up out of this directory search. Probably there's a virtual host that is running. So we're going to do that alongside with this and see the two of them, what pops up first. Then we try our hands on that. Let me open a new tab so that we all get to work. So GoBuster works more or less just like Ferrobuster. They have their own advantages and disadvantages. So it depends on what you are looking for and what do you use. So let's run this. Please, this is the virtual host command. You can take note of it if you want. If it's too small, I'm enlarging it so that we all see. So from our host file, you realize that I indicated this. So don't be confused if you see something like this. Well, the JS gave us forbidden, so we don't even have access. So let's go back to our site. Let's go back to our original bot.hacktheboss. And let's hit enter for this source to start running. I don't know why this is hanging, but it shouldn't hang. HTTP, okay, I think it's back. Yeah, we are back again. We are back. Okay, so yeah, finally we found something interesting here. We found one virtual host. That's very interesting. So what happened is that we just got something interesting. We need to add this to our host file straight up, or else you'll not be able to access it if you try going directly without adding this to your host file. So yeah, we have this. So let's add this to our host file. Yep, let's just open slash this into 2 and use the side and make this run. So sudo, yeah, host file. Okay, I think my password is wrong. Okay, it's right. So I think I already did that because I had worked on a machine some time ago. So yes, we have that in here now. So we have CRM. It looks very weird. I don't even know what the full meaning of that is. But anyway, it works, then we fine. So we have this and we added it. So maybe let me just take this off and add it so that I know that we actually added it. So we add this to the host file and let's go. Let's try accessing this now to see if we are making any progress. CRM dot this. Okay, why are you stuck? Okay, it looks like it's annoying me this evening. Okay. Okay, something is coming up. Something is coming up. I'm already seeing some number, some stuff's logging at a number, something okay, something came up. What is this? What is this? It looks, I don't know. Anyway, let's see what's this. So we have this thing up here. Oh, let's try default credentials. Maybe it's going to work. We just don't know. Admin. It always works sometimes. So let's try admin. If it doesn't work, you try admin password. If it doesn't work, try password admin. Whatever combination you can try just for it to work. If it doesn't work, that means it's not going to work with the default credentials. So maybe you have to look somewhere else. Okay, it's turning. It's turning. Okay, we actually logged in as admin the default credential we found, but we have a problem. Access denial. You try to access a page, area, or feature of a disabled model or without being in an authenticated session. That is not allowed to a user. Okay, so I actually logged in, but I can't do anything. I don't have any access. All I have is the dashboard. What am I using the dashboard for? Nothing. My profile doesn't hold anything interesting either. Oh, okay. It doesn't hold anything interesting. So this is where we start doing our basic research again. Maybe we start first let's know what is this thing about? What is it? The is it Doliba? Yeah, the Doliba. What is this? What, at least let's have an information about what we are working with. What is all this Doliba thing? Is it Dorime or whatever? All the songs. Yeah, maybe Doliba will be something interesting. So okay. Doliba is coming up. Okay, sorry. I think I overused my machine today, so it's kind of slowing me down. So they said Doliba is an ERP CRM. It's an open source free software package for companies of any size. Okay, foundation. Let me see. Let me see what it comes up with. You can read more about it to know what exactly we are dealing with. Foundation for resource planning and custom relationship management, but also has features for different activities. So this Doliba is more or less like a management system. So now let's see Doliba, and funny enough, good, it came up, it just came up. So Doliba is here. I think we can stop this so that it stops disturbing my latency. So we have this Doliba app, and Doliba is a software that is used for management and customer relationship management and all other things. But this Doliba came with a particular version. I don't know what the current version that we have, but I think they should have a good version by now. Good. Latest release is 19.02, and this version that pops up said 17.00. So let's see what's up with that Doliba. Whatever, 17.00, 10.0. Okay, the Libra 17 has been released. Well, let's add something called exploits to see exploits. Yeah, remote code execution. Just narrowing down my search to something interesting to see what we can get. Okay, things are beginning to pop up already. So it's like there's already an exploit written for this kind of version. So there was, I think, there was a vulnerability that led to this. So let's see what this exploit is talking about. What is he mentioning? What is he saying? No. Yeah, cheers. Why is it messing me up? It's just slow this evening. Okay, so proof of concept exploit for the Doliba 17.00. Reverse shell for more. Okay, so what led to this? Okay, so this is the cause of the remote code execution, PHP code injection. So I think the Doliba is written in PHP, and it has vulnerability with that led to RC, which is the PHP code injection. So we're able to inject, let's say, OS code, that's OS code, code injection. I don't like it. Code injection is just basically when you're able to write some maybe underlining code that the OS doesn't really ignore, it accepts it and leads us to remote code execution. That's what I'm basically going to explain the code injection for. So you writing a code that maybe the OS allows you, you are good to go, and we get an RCE. So let's see. There's a what is this? So help of exploit. This is how we are going to use the exploit, this, and this. But funny enough, I remember working on this, then I had to roam to see, because most of the exploits were not leading me to where I want to get to. So you can go around with other exploits. There's one thing you should know, that when there's already a public exploit for a particular vulnerability you encounter, one may not work, two may not work. Maybe three will be your lucky charm for it to work for you. So please don't settle on one thing if it's not working. Sometimes you can read through the code to see, why is this not working? If it's not working, maybe there's another person who corrected it. You can look for that. So that's where your research work actually starts. You can go through a ton of exploit before you get a working one. So I already have a working exploit in here. Okay, so let me close this so you guys see. So here we are. Okay, so this is what worked for me, and I had to do some little modification for it to work, so I don't want to go through the hassle again. So this is the exploit gedit, okay, gedit cv good. So this exploit in particular has an interesting one. It wasn't tons of things in here, and when something is written in Python, it gets more easier for you to understand. So you see that, oh, okay, it was logging all the messages that comes in, either an error, a success message, the progress, and whatever that was going in, and doing the authentication. So it was creating an authentication, getting the tokens, and going on to create a page ID, a website, and before even landing and leading you to get a remote code. So create a page. After creating your page, you move on to what? Generate a payload. So this is where our interest is. This part of the code is what helps us to get a remote code execution on this particular machine we are trying to do it right now. So the rest is just accepting the code, trying to give a prompt to set up your listener and all those kind of thing in here. So you can take your time to go through this code one by one, because we can walk through a code of line of 318 this evening on this box. So please, you can take your time to read it yourself and get understanding from it. So let's see how it works. Anytime you get an exploit, you see that, okay, and the good thing about going through your exploit is that making sure that it's not something that will harm your machine instead. Because sometimes people write code on GitHub and all those things, it's not really verified. So you can check the authenticity of that kind of exploit you're dealing with. You are risking your life with it. So you as the individual has to go through the code to see if you are fine. So let's see, Python 3, CV, help. Let's see what's to come. Okay, so it gave us a help menu. They said this is how we can run this. So we have help, we have the URL specification, we have the user, we have the password, we have the C, the command, and R. That's the remote, the virtual IP import or something of that sort. Yep, okay, interesting. So let's see. So Python. Okay, so we have URL. So let's try something first. Use just a command. Please, the username and the password I'm specifying here is what I use to the default one I tried logging in with, and it gave me access. So I'm still maintaining that to see what I'll get. Let's try this and see. How to come up? Oh yeah, and it worked. Look at this. It actually executed my command because it gave me the kind of user and my ID at this point in time. Let me change this to who am I. Let's see. Let's try and make sure that it's actually working before we even try to issue a reversal to catch a reversal or something. Okay, it gave us this. Yeah, okay, we are fine. We are fine. So let's try crafting a reverse shell. to get initial foothold on the machine, which is an interesting thing that we all like. Then from there, we can wander around the bush, wander around the way we don't know. And get
Okay, Benis, sorry to interrupt. I
Okay.
want you to just take a little bit of your time, just sip some water, calm down before we get our first foothold.
Okay.
All right, so thank you. It's going so great so far. Guys, if you have any questions, please drop them in the chat. If you are shy like myself and don't want to talk, if you have any questions, you can just raise up your hand and then ask the question as Benis is going on. Now, for most of us, it is quite our first time joining Buy Time sessions on a Wednesday evening. We do this every day and every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Every session is recorded and then uploaded onto our YouTube channel. I have dropped the link to our YouTube channel in the chat. So please make sure that you click on that link. It is not exploitable. Nothing's going to happen to your computer. I promise you. It is legit. Go to YouTube, Buy Time Sessions, and then please subscribe to our channel. Okay. We know the number of subscribers we have now. We are hoping that by the end of tonight, at least 20 new subs will just come in. So I am begging you guys, do that for us, all right? And go and then watch our videos from previous sessions, drop comments, and then ask questions. We'll get back to you in the comments. All right. Thank you. And I think Benis has sipped his wine closer to her, so she's ready to just give us our initial foothold. Thank
Okay.
you, Benis. You can take it from here.
All right. Thank you. So let's set up a listener to see. I prefer 1990. Yeah, let me make this big so that we don't have to strain our eyes to see this. So let me craft a ref shell. You can use so many other tools. Okay, this also can be killed. IF.0. So this is our IP, the local host. So we copy this. If you can memorize it just like me, I hate it, but you have to. Ref shell. Okay. Okay. It's kind of having some problems this evening with me. So it doesn't like me this evening. Okay, so it was 10.14.104. Then my IP was 1990. So I want to use this particular one. So, well, you can try any other one, they work, but I like to do this so that I don't want to suffer. Sometimes some of them can be a hassle. So on 1990, I've set up my listener. Since I've already confirmed that this is there's a code injection in here, then this should work. Let's click. Let's see. Okay, verifying URL. Okay. There's something up. Okay, there we go. ID. So we've gotten an initial foothold on this machine. Yep. We are on this machine now. We are in it. So now, what else? Yeah, what else? Let me see. It's Python up. Okay, Python 3 is up. Python 3 is up. Let's try stabilizing our shell, import pty dot. Okay. Oh, sorry. Pty dot spawn. If you have any question, stop me in midway and ask. Okay. Okay, there we are. Who am I? We are on this machine now. Okay, where are we? What do we have here? We have index, we have lib, we have sample, we have website accounts, .php, class, and some other stuff here. Let's try moving around the machine. I like to move to the root straight up to see where I will start from. So here we are. Maybe let's move to home and see what do we have there. Okay. We have another user on this machine called Larissa. CD Larissa. Let's see if we have the right to even access it. Oh, sorry. Permission denied. We don't have. So interestingly, we have to find a way to get access to Larissa. That's the goal now because we have nothing else. Let's move back to root. We have other directories in this. Let's checking what we can access and what we can use. Directory. Let's go in. Let's start from the bottom. Sorry. It's www. We move from. Okay, we have HTML. Sorry, it's CD8TMO. I think I typed it wrong. Okay. So we have this and we are moving to this crm.board hack the boss. Hack the boss. Okay. What do we have here? It look very interesting. Look interesting. So sometimes you need to take the time to go through all these directories one by one to see if it's sensitive in there. This looks appetizing one for me. Let me see what's in there. Hard docs. Okay. Another stuff's in here. Looks interesting. It just looks like they came prepared to kill. Well, my eyes are targeting configuration files and directory. Let me see. I don't see anything of that. Maybe, yeah, there's here. cd-conf was in there. Okay, we have conf.php as conf.php.old. Yeah, then let's see what you have. .php. Oh, okay. We have a configuration file and what we have here. File generated by the Liba installer 17.00 on look at this. Let's go through. But if you look at this properly, we're having something interesting here. It's a database credential, the username, word, but we have MySQL locally. Let's check that. So next start, let's check the services running. Next start. Okay, let me see what's running. That's something. Okay, so this is running locally. So before we move, I have to make known that 3306 is my SQL service that's running on that port. So we have some data credentials in here. Let's see what we can do with this. We have a database, you have a password. So let's see if we can access it. Maybe we can find some hashes in there. I don't know. Let's just try and see. The name is the Liba owner. So, please, if you want to ask him a question, can you mute yourself because I don't want to interrupt and distract other people. Thank you. My SQL user. The user is, I can still talking. Okay. I have to come back and mute the person. Thank you. Okay, sorry. I think I'll have to mute the person myself. Sorry for that. I just don't want any distraction from any angle from you guys. Thank you. So it's called Doliba owner. Is it even right? No, owner. Doliba owner, password. We have this. Let's see if we get in. Okay, what do we have? Doliba owner. Sometimes this gets to mess you up when you're supposed to work. Okay. MySQL, we're going to figure it out. Let me see. I had a problem with this. I think I pasted it somewhere to correct this. Okay, please let me refer to my notes to see how exactly I dealt with that problem. Okay, so here it is. This is all I kept in my notes. Sorry, I'm bad at taking notes, but it's not a good habit. Okay, so this worked. Yeah. So let's see, show database. So we are now in MySQL database. So we're going to apply the old database syntaxes we know, databases, show databases, nothing new. Show databases. Okay, we have Doliba as a database. Use Doliba. Doliba. Oh, okay, it worked. Sorry. I thought it was going to give me some error, but it worked. So let me see, show tables. Let me see what tables we have. Okay, we have a ton of tables in here. We have salary. We have most of the time, maybe you should be targeting users or password file stuffs in the tables. Let's see. What do we have? Okay, we have users here. Let's select everything from this. Select all from this and we terminate. Okay, this is serious. What is this? Where are we? It looks very messed up right now. I don't know. This, it looks very messed up. How do you even read? Besides, there's no even username as Larissa to know that, okay, we can use any hash here that shows that we can move to Larissa with this hash when we crack in it. So I'm not going to waste my time on this file. There's nothing in here. Okay, exit. What else come to mind? I didn't find any username for a password for Larissa, any user something somewhere. Maybe you could go around. Yeah, you could do a lot more going around all the files in there to check. But I'm not going to waste all that time because I didn't find that way. But what if we try password reuse? It works. What if that user password we found for the database could also work for Larissa? Nobody knows. So let's try. And so we're just going to try. If it works, it works. If it doesn't work, we find our way around it. Let's copy just the password, please. Okay, sudo su Larissa. It could work. Let's cross our fingers. Maybe it'll work. It doesn't work. Oh, okay. Our fingers actually crossed and it worked. We are now in Larissa. Let's move to home. Okay, who are we? We are moving to Larissa easily. Larissa. That was an easy one. Okay. Here we are. We are now in Larissa's directory on this machine, but we are not yet root. Who am I? Larissa. So let me take note of something. Let's make note of something here right now. You see, what I did right now is kind of a privilege escalation, but horizontally. You just move from someone, you are not yet actually the root owner. So I moved from www.data to Larissa's account. So movement is horizontal, it's not vertical. If I was to move from www straight to root, then we've moved vertically. So it's a kind of privilege escalation, but it's just horizontal. So please take note of that. So we are currently Larissa. Let's say sudo tag L. I know you're still going to ask me that password. Okay. Sorry, user Larissa may not run sudo on localhost. So Larissa is not part of the sudo OS on this machine. So we have no business doing that. Let's see what the SUID binary bits holds for us. Okay. Find open 0400 to send everything to help. Yeah, moving everything down there. Okay. From the beginning, it doesn't look really interesting, but something really interesting is here. It may look really weird to you if you haven't been around for some time, because you've been okay, I've been seeing sudo, I've been seeing this with this one. I know that yeah, the work I can use GTF opens and yeah, I'll get this and we are going. But this machine said we're not doing that way. So let's leave. There's something interesting here. Enlightenment backup light. This word, this enlightenment thing. We all get enlightenment when we pray. We meditate, we get all those things. Yeah. So this is our savior for the day. But what is this? What is this enlightenment thing? What is it about? So what is all this thing like backlight? So native enlightenment desktop is lightweight. It has some things going on there. And if you really want to read about this whole thing, it's a Windows manager. So it's kind of, if you read around it a lot, you get to know what is this. Let's just ask, what is this? What is this? Jeez, what is all this? Okay, it's giving us something interesting, but let's see. Let me add this says and let's see. Maybe it's going to recognize it. Okay, now something is popping up. Enlightenment version 0.25.23 pre-escalation. But what is all this? Like, what is it? What is this? Let's know what this is. What are we dealing with? Okay, it's still writing staffs. So vulnerability found in this, and let's see. Again, okay, let's see what's on this side. We got to read a little. You should open up by now. Why are you stressing the hell out of everyone? Okay. So before 0.25 allow local users to gain privilege because it's okay, it sets SUID binary is roots, and the system library function mishandle path names that begin with their substring. Oh, okay. I'm saying something. Okay, so it says something in here. So we have to understand this. The Enlightenment is a Windows, I think, manager. So it's more or less like whenever this Enlightenment is set to bit binary is set for it in a system, it runs every other steps with a root privilege. So you see, an SCID bit binary, all these binaries here are just set, but when they are running, they'll be running with the root privilege. That is why one thing we're going to leverage on to get the work done, because these enlightenment sys happen to have an SUID bit binary set. So anything that we run with this is going to be executed with the root privilege and drop us in a root shell. Are we okay with that explanation? So let's see. I don't know. I can see the chat. I can see the response. So maybe
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Okay.
Thank you.
Enlightenment backlash exploits for prereqs. Prereqs. Let me just type this. Okay. Let me make it GitHub. I prefer the GitHub people. Sometimes ExploitDB doesn't do a good job. Okay. So this is my go-to person on this kind of exploit to work with, the kind of explanation to deal with. Okay, so he has already compiled exploit for us, but we can read more about whatever we are dealing with. So hello, yeah, he talked all around this. First of all, enlightenment, yeah, like I said, Windows Manager, Compositor, Minimal Desktop for Linux, Primary Platform, BSD. Yeah, all the stuffs are here. You can actually read around it and we'll be fine. Like I said earlier, what it does and why we are using this leverage on. So there's more explanation in here for you to read to understand this better than maybe if I explain the way that you don't understand. But I'm interested in this exploit that he has written in Bash over here. So let's see what's in here. Okay, so we have the exploit here. Let me open it. I've already downloaded this. Let's open it on my machine so that we know what we're dealing with. Okay. Where are you? Where are you? CV2. Okay. Gedit exploit. Okay, so here we are. Good. So the fact that the enlightenment underscore sees or backlight or whatever we saw back there is having this SUID bit binary set. Whatever that we run with it is going to be running with the root privilege. So why not create a file in term and put in a bin bash? So whenever we run this, it's going to execute the bin bash as a root user. At the end of the day, we'll be getting a root shell. That is what the whole code is doing over here. So we already know that, yes, it's looking for the STRD binary, saying, oh yeah, it's actually being set. We have that being set already. Yes, I have that privilege in here. So what happens next? Oh, okay, I can create a file in temp and put in what? This binary, bin bash. You know that bin bash is SH is actually like a shell. So when a root user is going to have to issue or execute this, it's going to be dropping us in a root shell at the end of the day. So what happens? If we compile this code and run it with the enlightenment exploit that we just found in here, then we should actually be landing ourselves a root shell because it had an SUID bits binary bin set for us already. Okay. Let's transfer this to the machine. 5.3 HTTP. Okay, so let me transfer this to the target that we are working with. Okay, temp wget HTTP, just transferring the files 10.10.14.104 / exploit thread.sh. Okay, I think we have it on here now. Yeah, up here. So it doesn't really have the execution permission. So let's add execution permission to this. Exploit.sh. Okay. Now we have that. So exploit.sh. So when we execute this, since this is working with the enlightenment binary that was set, that the STRD binary that was set on enlightenment is going to look for that. So if you look at the code, it was looking for the enlightenment STRD bit binary being set, then it moves on to create a file in temp, echo bin bash to read, then executes with the enlightenment to give us a root shell because this enlightenment STRD binary being set has a root privilege now. Okay, so it's doing its steps. Okay, that was fast. Trying to find the vulnerable STRD binary file. Yeah, it found it. It took a few moments and it found the vulnerable one. Yeah, I found it. Trying to pop a root shell. Yeah, and we are here. So ID root, who am I? Root. If you're interested in the file, we move to root. Let's see where. Okay, cd root. And there we have it, root.txt. Yep. And that's all I have for this session on today. And looks like we ended exactly 8. That's all for the evening. I hope you had a nice session. And if you want to ask any question, we are done with this main course of the day. So you can ask all your questions and we'll be glad to answer that. Kowalski, over to you, please. Kowalski, are you there?
Okay. Hi, I'm there. Thank you. Instructor Benis, we are most grateful. It has been a very great session. And I hope at least we are getting at least 3 questions or 5 questions for you to answer for us.
Okay.
Guys, unmute and then please ask our Reverend Instructor Benis any questions that you might have during the session, please. This is not a time for you to be